Thank you. I love coming here. I got off the bus. On the way here, I got off. First thing that happened, I locked eyes with a homeless guy jerking off. He just didn't give a shit at all, you know? So, like, I couldn't finish. And, that was exciting. Story as fuck. There's a lot of, fucked up people outside, you know? Drugs are popular. You two are on some weird hookup app. It's great. They're never going to legalize the fun drugs, right? Like, they're never going to legalize cocaine. And I know they're not because they've already outlawed straws. I challenge anyone here to do a line of coke with a paper straw, you know, because that shit barely holds up to A&W root beer, for God's sake. I think the only straw you'll be able to use is like one of those bubble tea straws, you know, those giant fucking things, you know, because they're never going to ban those because they're like culturally significant or whatever, but it's a little excessive, you know? Like, you do a line of coke with a bubble tea straw, that's like fucking a shop vac. It's way too early to laugh. You have experience. Yeah, I don't know. Like, either way, your dick's not working, guys. Don't do it. Yeah, your he-he's not going to get hard enough to go in that she or they or whatever you're doing these days, you know? Yeah. It's all good. I caught my neighbor once fucking his vacuum. That was weird. I was like, hey, Jeff, get a Roomba. But, what are you going to do, right? It's crazy walking around. I'm not a very tough-looking guy, right? Like, I've never been in a fight. I think it's because I look like I press charges, you know? Like, not tough. It's hard to look tough when you have the face of a mall bomber, but the body of a mall cop, you know? It's not a good look. I go to the gym sometimes. I go downtown. I go to the YWCA. You may have heard of it. It's called the Young Women's Christian Association Gym. They got a nickname for me down there. They call me the Stairmaster. It's like, that's what I do, right? I stare. I'm very good at it. Thank you. Yes. I used to go to a boxing gym when they were like, Sam, we love that you come here, but please, you got to stop calling it fisting. Very dumb. I have a wife. I'm married. She's alive. Thank you. My wife is a PhD sexual health education professor. Yeah, I'm this. It's a little bit of a mismatch, you know. Like, yeah, she's a professional sex researcher, and I am an amateur sex researcher. I do all my work on Reddit. It's pretty great. When I tell people she's a pro, they always ask me dumb questions. Like, oh, does that mean she's into like some really kinky stuff in the bedroom? I'm like, you'll have to ask her boyfriend. But, you know, or other questions like, can she teach you to give a blowjob? I'm like, please, she's not my uncle. But, makes for a very interesting blended bookshelf in our place, right? Like, you know, we're a little bit different here. You have like a modern pedagogical approach to sexual health education. That's her book. Right beside Leading with My Chin. It's the Jay Leno autobiography. That's my book. Right beside Talking to Teens About Sex, which is my book. And it's interesting when you bring these things together, right? I'm actually thinking of writing a kid's book. I'm going to write a kid's book. I'm going to call it When Can I Fuck, Dad? And hear me out, okay? Come on. It's a book about the importance of the comma. Thank you. Yes, that is very funny. I agree. Yeah. We researched some interesting stuff. Like, did you know that old people are having a lot of sex? Yeah, record levels of STIs in retirement communities. Yeah, I know it's true because I used to work at one of those places and I got laid regularly. You walk in, there's compression socks on all the door handles, right? I mean, yeah. That ain't cream of wheat on Grandma's chin. I gotta get out of here in a minute. You guys are a lot of fun, but Yeah, we want to have kids, and one thing we know for sure is we are not going to have a gender reveal party. We're not going to do it. I have a bad experience. Are we pro or anti-gender reveal? Who here thinks the gender reveal parties fucking suck? Put your hands together. Yeah, I agree. So I got invited to one a couple of years ago. I showed up. They wouldn't let me in. They were like, Sam, it's for the baby. Put your pants back on. And, like, I just wanted to reveal my gender, and I think we should ban the gender reveal party. So I did some research. Turns out you can't ban it without banning all parties, and I love to party, right? So instead I propose we rebrand the gender reveal party, and it will stop happening overnight, right? Because, I've learned some things. My wife's a sex researcher. I've learned that you're not actually revealing the gender of this baby. You're revealing its biological sex to be assigned at birth. So if you want them to stop, call it what it actually is, right? A child sex party. You do that, no one's showing up, right? I mean, you don't get the memo, you knock on the door, it's just you and the priest. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much.